Guys, welcome back to As Told by Ray. I am your girl Ray, and this is my YouTube channel, big period. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, do not forget to turn on your post notifications so that you can be notified every single time I post. You want to be notified so that you can be a part of the Ray fam, aka the latest fam in the YouTube land, baby, and that's just on period. I don't have to say it more than once. Y'all should know. Also, please don't forget to follow me on my social media. My Instagram will pop up right here. My Twitter will pop up right here. And both of them will be down below in the description box for your convenience, period. Please do not forget to follow me on my Twitch as well. That is where I will be doing reactions as well as playing games. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know y'all. That's where y'all can talk to me live. Anything, any videos y'all want to request. That's where y'all can go over and request videos while I'm on there. Yes. So y'all can do all of that over on my Twitch, which will be popping up on the screen right now, period. Yeah, so with that being said, child, today's video is going to be a good one because I'm going to be ranking most of the relationships in Degrassi. This is just the ones that came on the list, so I'm thinking that I got enough. That is all of them, and if it's not, it's just like the more important ones, you know. But yes, so this is going to be yet another ranking video. You guys seem to really enjoy the last one I did, so I'm coming at y'all with another one. Any more of these that you would like me to do, please do not hesitate to leave it down below in the comments. It doesn't have to even be Degrassi. It could be any show that you guys want me to do these ranking on. I was thinking about doing one for Marvel movies, so let me know if you guys would be interested in me ranking the Marvel movies, because I would be interested in doing that. I'm here to do what you guys want me to do, period. Also, I wanted to let it be known that I asked a couple of people who are subscribed to me what they would think about me doing a little podcast. Pretty much going over every episode of Degrassi, working it down starting from season 1, and I got some good feedback on that. So yeah, we're getting that started. I've already recorded the first 2 episodes of it, so the first one should be out sometime this week. It does not, unfortunately, have visuals. However, after the first 2 episodes, I will definitely get the visual situation sorted. So I hope you guys can bear with me through that. But just know, podcast is coming, and we finna break down these Degrassi episodes. I'm doing it with my friend Cam. We already recorded the first 2, like I said, and we had a good old time dragging y'all faves. So, yeah, with that being said, girl, if you wanting to see this ranking video, please, please, please stay tuned, baby. Okay? Yes.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? And we back with another mother ranking video. Hey, with another rank video. Hey, period.
So as y'all already saw from my little intro, y'all know what this video is. We're not finna do no long talking. We finna get right into the tiers on this list, and then we finna get into the ranking, period. So the bottom tier, we have Beyond Toxic as Fuck. These are the couples who are like, I mean, obviously beyond toxic. Why are you a thing? Blah, like whatever. Then above that, we have Whose Idea Was This? These are the couples that, you know, Degrassi may have came out with, and you just kind of looked at it and was just like, huh, okay, like, sure. Then above that, we have the meh tile. These are the couples that, I mean, they was put together. You gave us them. I'm not really, like, I don't really care. I'm very much indifferent. These couples didn't impact my life in a serious way, so I don't care. Above that, we then have They Really Grew on Me. These are for the ships that Degrassi put together that really just, what can I say? I mean, they grew on me. I maybe not have liked it at first, but by the end, we loved it there. So, you have that. Then, above that, we have I Love to See It. These are the couples that, they're not my favorite, but I really did enjoy watching their relationship, and I enjoyed the way that it unfolded, right? And the top of this tier today is Degrassi Snap With This Ship. These are the ships that we got and loved, okay? These are where your iconic ships will go. These are the ones that will forever go down in history as best Degrassi couple relationship type vibes. Yes, period. So with that being said, girl, we're finna get right into the first couple on this list. And the first one that we see over here is Trials, Tristan and Miles. We're gonna put them in I love to see it because I did really love to see it. Now as far as Next Class is concerned, I watched that once, which was the first time it came out, and I want to say that Miles did some like real cruddy shit once it got to there, but I'm talking about strictly the beginning when it was cute. Okay, I love to see that when it was cute, and Tristan deserved. Okay, he deserves someone to love him. So period. Next up, we have Frankie and Winston, and I'm gonna put them also in. They really grew on me because they were cute. Like while they were what they were, it was really cute, and it grew on me. At first, I really didn't care. I could care less. But I think it's because I like Winston that him and Frankie being together. I don't know. It was just cute. It was the vibe. I fucked with it. I don't know about y'all, but I did. So next up, we have Jake and Katie with the black hair. And I'm going to put them in I love to see it because where else would they go? Because I did love to see it. First of all, Jake and Katie, whoever came up with that idea at DeGrassi, you was doing something. Because her being with him changed her into a completely different character for me, right? I enjoyed seeing her seeing her flourish with him. And I do like that even though they didn't say on the show when they graduated that they ended up together, it alluded to it, and I'm fucking with that. So I'm gonna put them in I love to see it because I really did love to see it. Next up we have Sav and Anya. We're gonna put this in whose idea was this because this is one of the most boring couples with the most boring relationship I've ever seen in my life. Period. ... exclamation point. I'm over it. Moving on from them two, we now have Spinner and Darcy, and I'm going to put them in also whose idea was this because, well, y'all know my Darcy bias is like really strong. I always keep the same energy when it comes to Darcy. However, Spinner is such a good character to me that I just feel like he didn't deserve a lot of the bullshit that came along with being with Darcy. Yeah, he was on the out and his friends wasn't talking to him at the time, but Spinner did not deserve, and I am not, I don't like them together, and I said what I said. I said what I said. Anybody want to argue? Leave it down below in the comments. I'll argue, but I said what I said. Whose idea was this? Period. Next up, baby, this is one of them ones that's like, people are probably going to be really upset for where I put them. And you know what? I don't care. Next up, we have Drew and Claire, and we're going to go up and put this one here. And this, they really fucking grew on me. You know what? No. I'm gonna leave them where they at. I'm gonna put them on They Really Grew on Me because Drew and Claire were just, I don't know. They were different. They were a breath of fresh air. They were something that DeGrassi took that really shouldn't have worked and made it work in a way that was just like, wow. Like, honestly, if she would have ended up with Drew and that baby would have been his, I wouldn't have been mad, y'all. And even though I am an Eclair shipper to the end of time, and I will forever and always ship Eclair, okay? Always and forever. Okay? I just really like them, and I feel like other people should really like them too. Like, once you get past the fact that you are a for lifer Eclair shipper, Drew and Claire's relationship was really fucking lit. Their dynamic was really lit. It was really DeGrassi did them in like such a they had so much sexual tension, and it was just great. It was great. I enjoyed it, every piece of it, and I'm not going back on what I said, so I don't even know why I'm trying to explain, period. Next up, we have Craig and Ashley, and we're just going to go ahead and drop them in Beyond Toxic as fuck. And if I have to explain why Craig and Ashley were toxic, you are the problem. Moving on. Up next, we have also Manny and Craig, and we're gonna go ahead and put them also in the Beyond Toxic as fuck because she did cope with Craig, and I just feel like she went through a lot of shit to be with Craig, but coke was the top tier that I just was not willing to be a part of. So it was toxic, all of it from the beginning. Craig was really the bad guy in the Ashley, Manny, Craig situation, and nobody saw it like that. It was all blamed on Manny. I don't think they should have been in a relationship to begin with. I think they should have left it at a fling and called it a day. Ciao, boo. Okay? Child, next up we have Liberty and Damien, and we're going to put this also in who the fuck idea was this, because this scene for me ruined the scene that's pictured here ruined Liberty's character for me, because it just did not seem like something that she would do, knowing that both of her friends who she's been friends with since the series started, both of her friends have dated this man, and while she kissed him, he was dating one of her friends. So I just felt like it just ruined a little bit of Liberty's character for me, because it just seemed like unnecessary, and like, why? What was the reason? You know what I'm saying?
What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? What was the reason? I just explained the reason. What was the reason, bitch? I don't need to explain myself to you. And what was the reason?
So that's what I didn't really care for. Next up, we have Fiona and Imogen, and I'm going to go ahead and put DeGrassi snap with this. From when they made it clear that Fiona was looking at Imogen in a way that she was interested, I knew that this couple was going to snap, and snap they did. Only thing I didn't like about this relationship is the way that the show ended them. I just feel like it could have been better. Like, because they really didn't have an issue. The only issue is that Imogen wasn't sure if she was going to be able to live the lifestyle that Fiona wanted to live with her fashion stuff and, you know, traveling the world and whatnot. So, like, that's the only reason why they broke up. But it wasn't on no bad terms or nothing like that. It's just I felt like the breakup felt forced, because they hadn't had really an issue in their relationship since this whole thing really started. Like, a solid issue that's worth breaking up. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we have Zane and Riley, and I'm gonna put them in I love to see it, because I really did love to see it. It might have been because of my love for Riley, because like I said, I think I've expressed in the last video that I did that I really liked Riley, and I don't know why people didn't, because like I found him to be just really just the best. So I liked Riley, and Zane and Riley had energy together. You know what I'm saying? There's not many couples on this show where energy is portrayed like both ways, where you could be like, damn, they had a fire ass energy, and that's great. Like, they had fire energy together, and I love it. I really did love it. Next up, we have Rick and Terry, and we're gonna put them in Beyond Toxic as fuck for obvious reasons. I mean, he beat her. Do I need to say anything more? No, I didn't think so. Moving on. Next up, we have Zig and Maya, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna put them up here. And DeGrassi really snapped, because we love Zig and Maya. Zig and Maya were, how can I put, I feel like they were, besides Eclair, they were the best done relationship in DeGrassi. I like that they started off as friends, and then it just gradually grew and grew and grew, and then when they broke up, they always came back to each other, and that was what I really loved about them. I feel like for them it was more about friendship first, because even when he hurt her, Maya was still willing to be his friend, even when she was hurt by Zig, and it was vice versa with Zig. They might have been mad at each other for a little while, but they never just fully just like iced the other one out completely, you know what I'm saying? Or even if they did, it always became a thing where they were worried. They were worried and concerned and cared so much for each other that like they were gonna keep coming back to each other regardless. I wish that Degrassi would have just said that they got back together instead of implying it at the end of next class. However, I'm okay with the implication that they got back together and that they were in game because I love it there. So Maya and Zig will forever and always just be like up there. Degrassi really snapped. The way that they shot their relationship was just great. Everything about it, great, great, great. Next up, we have Manny and Spinner, and I'm gonna put them in meh, cause like I didn't really care, but like meh. You know, it was like one of them, oh yeah, Manny dated him too, or like, oh yeah, Spinner did date her kind of things. But I'm not like, I don't feel any strong kind of way toward their relationship, so it's just meh. Next up, we have Drew and Becky, and I'm just gonna put them here because who the fuck had this idea? Who in their right mind at Degrassi? I want to talk to the writers at this point because which one of y'all decided to fucking put Drew and Becky together? Becky dated his brother who passed away. His brother's ex-girlfriend. I'm sorry, what is this? No, but for real, like, what is this? What are we doing here? Like, why are we doing this? Child, anyway, I was so disgusted with this relationship. This is one of the relationships where I was just looking and I was just like, I have never in my life seen something just so like, what the fuck before. But this is what the fuck, like, for real. What the fuck? Next up, we have Cam and Maya, and I'm gonna put them in I Love to See It because Cam and Maya was such a really cute relationship, and I hate that their relationship had to end the way that it did. It's really, really sad, but also at the same time, it's life, and sometimes relationships do end like that. I really like them together, and I feel like because people like Zig and Maya so much, Cam and Maya is slept on, and it shouldn't be. People should really look back on the episodes when Cam and Maya was dating because I think that they were really fucking cute. Next up, we have Emma and Damien. We're gonna also put this in whose fucking idea was this? Because why? Why did this need to happen? Why do we need to see it happen? I'm severely annoyed, and I don't even know how not to be annoyed at like that. The fact that Damien got to get passed around between all three of them is crazy. Like, they chose his character for that storyline, and that's so wild to me. Moving on. Next up, we have Owen and Anya, and I'm gonna put them in meh because they was cute, but like I don't care because Anya is a character that I just really don't care about. So by default, I didn't care about Owen. Yeah. So moving on from that, next up we have Claire and Jake, and I'm gonna put them in. Whose idea was this? Because what was the reason? Like, I know that she needed somebody that wasn't Eli, but like, did the storyline have to be that his dad gets with her mom? Like, did that have to be the thing? She couldn't have just dated like a normal guy? No, that wouldn't have worked for y'all. Okay. No. Okay, I see. No. Okay, sure. No, it's okay that he was her stepbrother. Sure. Moving on. Next up, we have Drew and Katie, and I'm just going to put them in beyond toxic because they really were beyond toxic as hell. But that's because Drew was stupid, and I don't feel like nobody talks about that enough. Drew really was really dumb. He was really dumb for real. And so a lot of the stuff that happened with him and Katie's relationship, it's just, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much for me. I don't need any of the negative energy relationship in my life. And because that's all there was negative energy. Okay? Next up, we have Miles and Maya. And we're gonna put Miles and Maya in meh. Because I cared, but by the time that Miles came and they was trying to force her and Miles, I was like real Maya and Zig. So like it just never grew on me. So yeah, we're not gonna spend any more long talking on that. We're just gonna swiftly move past. Next up, we have the couple that is DeGrassi, okay, bitch? Period. Don't you ever play with motherfucking Eclair. They're going on DeGrassi snapped with this because you want to know what they did? DeGrassi motherfucking snapped. Okay? DeGrassi did what needed to be done with Eclair, and I don't care what anybody says. Like, the storylines, the acting, okay? Okay? Aislinn and Maruno, actors. Top tier actors at that. Great. Who knew that putting them together? Who knew that You Have Pretty Eyes would be the start of like this whirlwind ass relationship that turned into something so great by the end that it was just like yes. Next up, we have Jimmy and Hazel. And I'm going to put Jimmy and Hazel in meh. Because, like, we never really got to, like, see them for real. Like, they wasn't, like, a main couple. So we didn't get to see them really flourish the way that they could have. And it's like, everybody else got storylines except for Hazel and Jimmy, and I think the few storylines that they did get were not even storylines that were like actual ones to be able to judge the relationship. So just put it in meh and call it a day. Next up, oh my gosh, I love them. Next up, we have Allie and Dallas, and I'm gonna put them in DeGrassi Snap because the guys that we saw Allie date, Dallas was the best. Out of all of them guys we saw, Dallas really, he was for her, okay? And I love that he was for her. And she deserved to get a Dallas at the end of everything that DeGrassi dragged her through, because them people dragged her. Period. Through the mud, them people dragged her, child. And I'm kind of here for this. It really, I loved it. And I'm happy that they didn't fall into like the Hazel and Jimmy thing, like because they were friends with Eclair, and you know, it didn't become a thing where like they tried to make Claire and Eli like Paige and Spinner, and then them like Hazel and Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad it didn't go that way. I'm glad that they actually got to live out, like to have storylines with their relationship so that we could actually like them and like, you know, really fall in love with their relationship. And fall in love I did. I love them. Next up, we have a couple that I would say is pretty iconic in a sense. We have Paige and Spinner. Now, okay, let me talk about something before I rank them. I used to hold Paige and Spinner to a really high standard, right? I used to have them as one of the more iconic couples that came out of DeGrassi. However, just recently, I was watching the beginning of DeGrassi, this season 1, to get to take notes, you know, for the podcast and whatnot. And I'm like really put off on their relationship because of how it started. The way that Paige was like so mean to Terry to get Spinner just really rubbed me the wrong way, and I never peeped it before, so I'm like feeling a little indifferent about them. However, I'm gonna put them in I love to see it still because I did hold them at such a high standard. And then, like, I don't know, but that just kind of made me see them weird. So I just had to mention that. But, like, it really, nah. Moving on. Next up, we have Jenna and Casey, and child, I gotta explain to y'all why Jenna and Casey was toxic or nah. Y'all good? Like y'all straight. I feel like since y'all my people, you know why Casey and Jenna are there. So I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm just gonna leave it where it's at. Oh bitch. Oh bitch. Next up, we have motherfucking Emma and Sean, and we're gonna go ahead and say that DeGrassi snapped with that because their relationship is so good. So good. So good. Oh my God. It's just that I don't think DeGrassi fumbled a bag not making them in game. They really just ruined it for themselves, not making them in game, because they deserve to be in game more than anybody in this entire show. I feel like they deserved. Okay. Sean and Emma are iconic. They're just one of them ones that just deserve to be where they are. Next up, we have Jane and Spinner, and I'm gonna put them in I love to see it because I really did love to see it. I will stand on the fact that Jane was probably Spinner's best relationship that they put him in the show, and like I said, I'm standing on that. So like, yeah, Jane was hands down Spinner's best relationship, and it was the best. Like, she was the best match for him, I feel like, in my personal opinion, because she was essentially the female version of him. So yeah, I really like Jane and Spinner. I don't like the way that their relationship ended. I feel like blah, that's kind of like ugh. But you know, I like them as a couple, so they in the I love to see it. Next up, we have a quite controversial couple, actually. This is one that people either really loved or they really hate, and in my opinion, y'all know how I feel. Y'all know how I feel about them. I love to see it. I thought at first I would put it and it grew on me. However, first time watching Degrassi Takes Manhattan, them getting married, to me, it just made sense. I was a little upset about it because, like I said, I'm a Sean and Emma shipper until the end of my time. However, Emma and Spinner, they were really very cute. I just wish that we had gotten to see them since the beginning. That's my only problem with them. It just seemed like they came out of fuck ass nowhere, but it's one of them that came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, but you're cute. So I like it. I'm here for it, you know? Next up, oh my God. Next up, we have a couple that I really like. We have Connor and Jenna, and we're going to put them in I love to see it because I really did love to see this couple happen. Degrassi kind of snapped with this, but they didn't all the way snap. It's like, you know, they didn't snap enough to be with the couples up here, but they definitely snapped enough to be in I love to see it. So whichever one of the writers thought about this, girl, you smart, or guy, you smart as hell. I like that. I just like that you did this, and I like that you gave Connor and Jenna this, a nice healthy ass relationship that wasn't no drama. I loved it. It was great, wholesome fun. Next up, we have Manny and Jay, you guys, and y'all know how I feel about Manny and Jay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give them the drop. Boop, right there. Jay was like the best relationship that they put Manny in, hands down. I just loved it. I love that he loved her and was content with just loving her. And that I'm okay with that because Manny is my fave, and I'm always stand Manuela. So I love that she was happy, and I love that it was with Jay. Next up, we have Peter and Mia, and we're gonna put them in meh, because I don't really think I care about Peter, and I really don't really care about Mia, so like meh. But Peter, I will say that I do feel like Mia was a pretty good girlfriend choice for him. I cannot tell a lie. It was pretty solid. Next up, moving on, because we're not gonna spend much time on those two. Moving on, we have Sean and Ellie, and I'm gonna put this on They Really Grew on Me because they were really cute. When Sean started dating Ellie, I was still a heavy like Sean and Emma shipper, so like I used to hate on it, but they grew on me and they were actually really fucking cute together, and people don't give them their relationship the credit that they should, but it was really fucking cute. Next up we have Liberty and JT, and we're gonna put Liberty and JT right where they belong, up here with the other iconic couples of Degrassi. And yeah, like, do I have to tell you why I included JT and Liberty? No, I don't think so, because it's clear that they would be up here, you know what I'm saying? So now that we got them out the way, we're gonna move on, and we have Drew and Bianca, and we're gonna put Drew and Bianca also in I Love to See It, because I really did love to see it. She was the best relationship that he got, and vice versa. They just really, I think that they understood each other in a way that was just really beautiful. Her relationship with his mom was beautiful. The way that she was like integrated into the family, everything about it was just so beautiful. And even the way that their relationship ended, it was like bittersweet. It was like they loved each other, but it really did, it was time. Like, some stuff doesn't make it out of high school, and that's okay. They were one of them couples that didn't make it past high school, and that's okay. But they were there to teach each other a lesson, and that I believe they did. So, you know. Next up, we have Eli and Imogen, and I'm gonna put this in Beyond Toxic because it was really a toxic relationship. Imogen liked him, he ain't like Imogen. He was pretty much using Imogen to get over Claire, and that was what that was. It was toxic. It was horrible. Better as friends. This is definitely one of them things where you could say this, that they put them together and they was like meant to just be great friends, and that's it. Next up we have Becky and Adam, and I'm gonna put them in They Really Grew on Me because I'm not for nothing, Becky and Adam was really cute. So like, Adam deserved a relationship as loving as the one he had with Becky. I don't like the way that it ended necessarily, because it ended with Adam dying, which is holy shit, really fucking like, ugh. But it was still cute. They grew on me. Towards the end, wasn't really fucking with them, but for the most part, for most of what they did show on the show, yes, I did like Becky and Adam. Next up we have JT and Manny, and I'm gonna put JT and Manny in kind of like meh. Like, not that I didn't care, and JT wasn't a bad boyfriend, it's just, it's kind of like they weren't really together for that long, and they were both kind of immature, or well, JT was too immature to handle the relationship with her. So I mean, it's not really nothing that exciting that happened with them, if you feel what I'm saying. So yeah, that's why they are where they are. Next up we have JT and Mia, and I'm gonna simply put them in whose fucking idea was this? This is the most unnecessary ass relationship that I've ever seen happen on a TV show. And I watch a lot of TV shows, and I've seen some dramatic ass, stupid ass relationships. And to say this one is the dumbest, it is. It really is. JT did not need another love interest. They should have stopped playing and just put him back with Liberty. But you know what? DeGrassi like to test patience and play with you. And this is what they were. They want to test our patience and play with us, okay? Last couple that I'm going to mention on this list, we have Jimmy and Ashley. And I'm going to put Jimmy and Ashley in meh, because I really didn't like them as a couple, and I felt like they really tried to force them on us, and I hated that for us a lot, very much so. Hated it. So yeah, that is the end of this list. I know that I mentioned somewhere in here that I would do like the next class, but like, looking at these relationships, I don't even really know who these people are, to be quite honest. So I can't really give you like a list on them, but there's a few couples that I feel like are missing from this list. Especially like, there's no Darcy and Peter. They would have been in Beyond Toxic as hell, but like, there's no Darcy and Peter, and I feel like they're a pretty like popular couple, so them not being on here was kind of just like but like whatever. There's also no Alex and Paige. Alex and Paige would have been in Degrassi Snap. There's a few couples that I would add to this list when I did it again, but like I said, this is a template that was already on here, so I did what I could with what I had. So yeah, we have now reached, sadly, the end of the video. But I will see you guys in the next one though. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And turn on your post notifications so that you could be notified when I post. I just want to quickly say thank you guys for watching these videos and enjoying them, commenting on them, subscribing to my channel. I just want you guys to know this really means like a lot to me. I just hit 500 subscribers, and it's not a lot to some people, but motherfucker, it's a lot to me, okay? So I just want to thank every one of you for following my channel and, you know, coming along with me on this journey for real. Like, I really appreciate each and every single one of y'all. And with that being said, peace. I see y'all bitches in the next one. Peace, peace, peace.